So there was a wild flush out attempt that took place in the crypto market this morning, and the market wasn't having any part of it. In fact, it sent us just slightly higher, which I think is a good sign here. But there is something that we need to pay attention to that's coming later today that probably, again, will break us out of this lull that we've been in. And I want to talk about that in this video. But I do also want to talk about two new highs that have been hit for SHIB. This is exactly what we want to see. So if you are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button, that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So this is that wick down that I was talking about. This took place this morning. And today's 4 a.m. Central Standard Time candle. At the time of filming this video, it's about 6:50 a.m. Central Standard Time. And you guys can see that even as this washout attempt took place and we saw a bunch of longs liquidated during this time, we immediately wicked back up and actually proceeded to go higher and higher and higher. In fact, we broke this 20-hour moving average, which is kind of a nice sign here. It's not the end all be all. We've done this before, like we did back here on Tuesday, and unfortunately, that led us to a drop in the market. But right now, SHIB continues to look really comfortable at the bottom of this discount zone, like we'd been talking about. Now, obviously, we've shown several times that we could go below this, but it's a question of, what are we going to get later today? Because for those that aren't familiar or missed my earlier ADA video, we do actually have Donald Trump speaking from the Oval Office. This is actually taking place at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Central. Nobody knows what's going to happen. So it seems like some big wallets, specifically ones that were shorting before the drop that we saw in the crypto market last Friday, have opened big short positions. Maybe they know something, maybe they don't, but obviously prepare for volatility in the market. We're still at a time where we're dealing with high volume throughout the space. For example, if we take a look across the market, still about $200 billion in trading volume. It's not a quiet week by any stretch of the imagination when it comes to volume. It is kind of just a quiet week when it comes to price. We're not really doing a whole lot. We're pretty flat. And the market is just kind of in this place of caution. Okay, we're seeing some cautious optimism. The market does want to try to send higher, but the capital that's on the sidelines right now isn't making any rash movements, right? Where it's just kind of watching and waiting and seeing how things are going to play out. We're seeing BTC hold structure at the time of filming this video. Hopefully this continues to be the case. We're sitting just above 111K. You guys can see Ethereum doing a similar thing right now. So that's all looking fine. Institutional money not making any major decisions one way or the other. We had $100 million in outflows on the BTC side, $169 million in inflows on the Ethereum side. USDT dominance just floating around the top of our trend here. This again is where you tend to see a rejection and a move to the downside, capital flocking back to the space. Two that'll be the case, but again, we have to just be patient and let these things play out. Now, that being said, while this kind of boring time is taking place, we set two new records for SHIB. We actually set a new all-time high in terms of holders, so that's always an exciting thing. It's nice to see SHIB taking steps forward on a fundamental level there too. But also, we saw a new all-time low in terms of exchange supply. This continues to trickle down day after day after day. And this has been, again, a nice change of trend, because if you guys remember, we had been talking about this since all the way back in June, that we were just kind of riding the wave there. We were waiting for this next extension to the downside, and it looks like it's just beginning right now. So yes, things are still boring. I get it. We obviously need a lot more confidence in the market. It might be boring until this afternoon. Maybe even beyond that, we're waiting until next week where we're going to get our CPI report. That's taking place on the 24th. So we definitely need to pay attention to that. But we'll see how the day treats us. Hopefully this ends up closing on a green note. It's nice to finally see overseas money giving us a little bit of green after they've kind of hammered us with red the last several days. So maybe this is where US money can hop on the train and push things up and out. So we'll see what happens here. Have a great day. Show your love below. Let me know your thoughts. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.